let's fight
Yeah, yeah,
because we got some problems.
yeah. Welcome back to another episode of the Wild Vernalis. I'm Tom.
And I'm
This
Shannon.
is Shannon.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so we're here to talk about the next couple weeks of our journey. We left off in Lincoln National
Yep.
Forest in New Mexico, and from there we went towards Gila National Forest,
Hmm.
also New Mexico, near Silver City, New
Yeah.
Mexico. Um,
More west now.
yeah. So, I mean, geography wise, we went from Lincoln National Forest and then stopped in White Sands National Park.
Hmm. That was a really cool park. We just basically we didn't spend too much time in there, honestly.
Yeah, it was a day trip.
Mainly because we couldn't bring the RV and the towed Bronco, so we had to like untow.
It was kind of weird. It's like White Sands you can kind of just drive into, but then they don't recommend motorhomes over a certain
Hmm.
length. But then when you get to the visitor center, despite them having motorhome or like RV parking areas, they say you can't leave the RV there.
And it was only for like what, like 30-minute
Yeah, it's
parking
like
or
30-minute
something.
parking, like go to the bathroom type of thing.
So we booked it.
Yeah, we did a quick little trip because like I asked the lady, I was like, "Where can we park?" And she's like, "Well, you have to drive back to town and park at a
Yeah.
gas station and then drive back here." I'm like, "That's the dumbest like
Yeah.
possible solution to this instead of just letting people park somewhere." But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it is what it is. They
Yeah.
have
So we just ended up
restrictions.
parking like behind the visitor center essentially.
Yeah, we did a quick 30-minute trip so that we weren't parked too long. Um, I mean, it worked out for
Yeah,
us
it
towing
did.
the Bronco behind the RV. Like, we're able to unhook it, get in, get going, and I mean, it wasn't too
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, the park itself, like if you aren't, doing hikes and things like that, like you can drive through it fairly quickly. You can see the major points of what White Sands is. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a big sand pile of
yeah,
white sand.
and I mean, no, I guess disrespect for the national park. We also have gone to like Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado. I
Yeah,
think they're
that's
both
really cool.
beautiful. White Sands was really beautiful.
What fascinates
A lot
me
different
is,
contrast. Yeah,
yeah, what fascinates me is like how the sand accumulates
yeah.
and like the wind and the mountains all contribute to that, and it's pretty cool.
Hmm. But we just did our quick little drive in. We got out, got Gracie out, went for a quick hike since
Hmm.
um, White Sands National Park is uh, one of the national parks that you can actually bring dogs into and like
Yeah,
hike
and
wherever
explore.
you want, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So that was nice. She enjoyed it.
that
And
was probably her first national park that she like was able to actually explore.
yeah,
What was your favorite part of national or White
uh,
Sands National Park?
I guess probably the white sand. I mean, no,
Okay.
it was beautiful and it was cool. And if we had more time to explore, like it would be fun to like actually go and like
Yeah.
get more into the dunes and stuff like that. But I mean, White Sands was kind of a choose your own adventure type of thing. Like kind of just go in and explore, do what you want to do. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was really pretty, and I enjoyed being able to take Gracie out running. So
She loved to run in that.
what about you?
I'd say like the gypsum, like road salt kind
Oh
of
yeah,
thing. Like that was cool to see
yeah,
because it would just like suddenly turn from road to like pure white,
hmm
and it was kind of slippery-ish.
yeah. It definitely felt. I mean, a bit, yeah. But I mean, I guess we're not really selling White Sands too much, but I mean, I
It is
think that
it is a nice park.
it is a really beautiful park, and if we had more time, there was plenty more that we could have found to do. It's just we were on our way to Silver City, New Mexico.
Yeah. And also we didn't want to get hit by the missiles that are tested in that area.
Also true. Odd time. Um, but yeah, from White Sands, we drove over to Silver City, New Mexico, which is
Hmm.
just south of the Gila National Forest, and is also a town for the Continental Divide, like trail days,
Yep.
which was going on while we were there. Not that we went, but
Yeah. And it also like that bike marathon.
oh yeah, there was a bike.
It's like a pretty popular
What
one.
was it? The Gila. It
Marathon or
was Gila
something.
marathon.
I mean,
I
we don't
don't know. Yeah, we're
bike.
not bikers, but
But yeah, that was pretty interesting. And then when we got to ended up get to Gila National Forest, like we're trying to find a few different campsites that we had marked that maybe the RV could fit and like work with. So we ended up like dropping the RV off, getting the Bronco off, and then kind of exploring to see where we would be able to get the RV.
yeah. So actually, before we go into that, I just want to like quick say like so since we had just been in Lincoln National Forest for 2 weeks, basically we decided to stay at a RV campground for a
Oh
couple
yeah, yeah,
nights
yeah,
outside of Silver City, just to kind of like restock and redo all our things that we needed to do, filling fresh water,
yeah.
emptying
Hmm.
black and gray tanks, and then also doing laundry, which was something we hadn't um, had a chance to do yet. So um, we spent a couple nights at a campground to kind of organize and get all that done prior to actually going
Yeah.
into the Gila National Forest.
And that was our first RV park, right?
Yeah, first actual RV park that we stayed at. Yeah,
And it was actually really nice. It was a good experience, and I enjoyed it. Like it was a good view. The people
yeah,
there were super nice, friendly. It was quiet.
it was super cute campground. You know, got all of our stuff done that we needed to get done. I think laundry
Hmm.
was the most important thing. Um, it is something that we learned that like we have enough clothes to last us for the 2 weeks or whatever that we end up boondocking or staying in the campsites without hookups, but having to do 2 weeks worth of laundry at once
Yeah.
is kind of a pain.
Well, now we do a month.
Yeah, I know. Now we're doing even further
Yeah.
out. Um,
So if you see us in the real world, we may smell, but we try not
we wear deodorant.
to. And we do shower.
Yeah,
We shower.
we shower, especially in areas where we are like currently where we have river access.
Yeah. And
But
if you aren't watching and just listening, we are recording from the middle of the woods,
yeah, middle of
and
the
there's
forest
a
with
river in the back and some beautiful pine trees surrounding us.
that's beautiful.
It is.
Which was kind of how the Gila National Forest was, just minus
Yes.
the river that
Yeah.
we have behind us. But
Hmm.
yeah, we did, like you're saying, we had to unhook the Bronco and then kind of explore a lot
Hmm.
of different forest roads within the national forest.
But we ended up with one we really liked that was big enough for the RV, and
Yeah, which
but
was off of Signal Hill Road in the Gila National
hmm,
Forest,
yeah,
and
getting the RV there though was
it was
interesting.
a it was a learning experience, I would say. I mean, the way that we have to do it of like looking at the maps online, trying to find, a road that looks good enough for the
Hmm.
RV, and then getting there and then having to drive the Bronco onto the road to like try to see like, okay, is the RV actually going to be able to do this?
Yeah.
The one like caveat to that is the Bronco is, a four-door SUV, whereas the RV is 32 feet long, and what seemed like a doable road kind of ended up being a little sketchy.
Yeah. But I mean, nothing bad happened, so
Yeah,
it
so
worked out.
we ended up slightly scraping on the back bumper of the motorhome, which is it's actually the tow bar really that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
scraping. So like,
That was hitting the ground because like you were up on a
yeah, basically it
hill
was like
essentially.
go down and then back up. And even though it seems so wide driving it in the Bronco, like once you get the RV, the front tires start going up while the
Hmm.
back tires still haven't made it, and it just slightly scraped the dirt a bit. No
Yeah,
damage
not
to it or
too bad.
anything. It's just one of those things where like crap, like even when we're doing this in the process that we have planned out and like we picked, areas online based on the maps, we like tried to pick a few different roads,
Hmm.
then we still drive down the roads and we're like, yes, this is like, gonna work out perfectly, and we
Yeah.
still are like, oh crap, like we forgot about the gigantic length of this motorhome. But I mean, it worked out. We were mostly careful, and I mean got in and out without any issues,
Yeah.
or without any major issues, I should say.
Yeah.
But
So then after that whole adventure, we ended up at our campsite, which wasn't too far from the main road itself, but we like were surrounded by these like pretty thin pine trees all
mm-hmm.
around us, pretty
Yeah,
tall. Just felt so old and I don't know. It just
it's just like that peaceful like forest vibe, I
yeah.
guess. Yeah, it was nice. Um, though once we did get there and like had a chance to really scope out the area, we did notice that there was a lot of trash around,
Mhm.
um, which you know every time we get to a new campsite, we usually try to clean up within the first day or two of getting there, like at least our
Yeah.
campsite specifically.
Mhm.
So I think we did we do that the day after we got there, or right?
Yeah, I think it was the next morning because we also did get a lot of rain when we were there. So like I knew rain was in the forecast, so I didn't want to like wait too much
Yeah,
because I mean the camp was filled with toilet paper, like
yeah,
literally filled.
yeah. It was not pretty, and like you'd think that rain would be like, oh, the rain will dissolve the toilet paper, but it really just kind of makes it messier
Yeah, it's just
because then
mushy and
it still doesn't
wet.
dissolve. It dries back, and then it's just like this PC little
Yeah,
nonsense,
I don't want to be picking that
which is everywhere.
up.
Yeah.
So we cleaned that up. Um, Other than the toilet paper, there was like a few beer bottles, not a lot that I thought we'd kind of see.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was also like this weird metal contraption thing. It almost looked like a bear trap, but without the trap piece. It was weird.
I don't even
So
remember
maybe
that.
shelving unit. It's probably something stupid, but
I honestly don't even remember, so I'm not sure.
but we had that.
Um, there's a lot of cigarette butts as well,
Mhm.
and just mostly small stuff there. But again, it's just one of those like nobody wants to come to the site that's filled with toilet paper and
Just
other random
garbage.
trash just
Yeah.
kind of like chucked around. And it's like the other thing that we never really mentioned last time too is like in these areas where you're using the bathroom outside and we're talking about people dumping their toilet paper. Another rule is like not doing it in the middle of the campsite. Like uh, I don't really get it, but like people, it seems like people would literally will just like poop next to the fire
Oh.
pit or like
Yeah.
right next to the tree that they're camping next to. It's like go a little bit further into the woods, like a respectful distance away from the actual campsite, because again, it's like
Just want to be considerate
it's
of
it's
I
inconsistent.
mean
Yeah,
your own camp and others and
yeah.
what's in the area.
So there's a lot of that too. But
Yeah.
I mean, our campsite, it didn't have like too much trash, like crazy amounts, like poundage wise.
No, no, I'd say it was like a grocery size bag we filled,
Yeah.
which is still a decent amount given that the camp itself wasn't that big. Like it wasn't like we had the whole forest,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of
Yeah.
like where we are. Like there's
Yeah.
just a lot more land around us. That was more of like a small dispersed camping, I'd say.
Yeah. But we got that done, and then I don't know what else did we do that while we were in Gila. Um,
Um,
I mean, went
I
to
mean,
no, go ahead.
yeah, I think the first stop we took outside of like just cleaning, more adventure exploring the area. I think we ended up going to the Gila Cliff Dwellings
Yeah, that's
National
right.
Monument.
Yep.
That was very interesting. We've seen cliff dwellings like that before at like Mesa Verde
Yeah, Mesa Verde,
National.
Verde in Colorado.
Yeah, so like I kind of knew what we were going into, but like these were just so different. Also,
Yeah,
and it was just like more, I don't know, more like in the mountains. Maybe I'm not remembering.
Mesa Verde.
Yeah,
No, I mean Mesa Verde had more of a national park feel of like you go to the visitor center and then from there do your little
that's
hike
true.
over to
Yeah,
the cliff dwellings and that kind of thing. Whereas like I think Gila was more of just like you go to your parking lot obviously and do your hike, but like it's more of like a hike into the woods, it was a really
Mhm.
pretty hike. Leading
Was.
up to the cliff dwellings wasn't very long or anything, but it was just like nice little bridges over streams and
Yeah.
through the mountains and rocks.
Like followed the little
Yeah.
woods.
And then what was cool with Gila as well was like being able to go into the um, cliff dwellings themselves, like into the actual centers
Yeah.
of them, and climb
Mhm.
the ladders and kind of explore a bit more.
Yeah.
Um,
What was also interesting when you like actually climb up the ladders into the dwellings themselves, like the soot you see from all the
mhm,
fires and just like what they were doing in there, whether it be heat, cooking, all of that. Like it's
yeah,
just you see the history in real time and the culture of these people.
yeah.
It's
No, it
pretty
was really pretty,
fascinating.
really cool. Interesting history behind it all.
Yeah.
Um,
This ended up being one of the hikes we had to go one by one because we couldn't bring Gracie either.
that was another thing, yeah, where we had to. She couldn't be on the hike. We didn't want to leave her in the RV for the day just because,
Mhm.
like, I
It's
still don't
we
trust
can't
it
control that.
necessarily
We don't know what
with
happens.
heating and cooling and all that kind of stuff. But
And animals.
yeah, and animals. It was weird though that Gila they had a crate in the parking lot randomly that was just
Yeah.
like, oh, for animals, so like you could technically leave your pet in the crate and then go to the hike and they can stay in the crate. But I'm like, if it's too hot for her to like stay in the car, I don't want to leave her in a metal crate up
Yeah.
in a parking lot
In the sun.
in the sun.
In New
Also, like,
Mexico heat.
I don't know, like, if someone else is gonna show up and like put their dog in the crate as well with her.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't trust.
Plus, I mean, Gracie, we'll give you a little insight on Gracie. She doesn't bark. She loves
Lines.
people, loves cuddles. She hates other animals though, and she hates being separated from us. Like she truly
Yeah,
has separation anxiety and she will whine like really just full content lungs filled whine at
yeah,
us.
loudly, obnoxiously.
And that would just she would not stop whining if we left her there. We
Yeah,
would not she wouldn't.
she would be miserable. So yeah, again, it's like it was one of those weird things where it's like I've never even like heard of that being an option at any parks
Yeah.
before, and it kind of seems a bit weird. Maybe if they had an indoor facility, but yeah, still. But yeah, we ended up doing it
Hmm.
solo. I think I went first this time, then you went after me.
Yeah. And then I
Um,
had an interesting experience
yeah, tell
to
us
say
about
the
that.
least. So like when before you start your hike, you have like a ranger to kind of explain like what the hike's like and give you a little map and then, they'd set you on your way. But so I was like first in the little group. I kind of older people around me, so I kind of wanted to just like push through so I didn't have to like pass them out or anything like
Hmm.
that. No offense. Um, but so I started the hike, but then this older man like started immediately after me. And then I was like, well, maybe he's in a hurry and he's in a rush. So I like kind of stopped at the first bridge and like, oh, you go, you go. And he's like, no, you go. And then I go. And then
Too
I'm like,
polite.
well, okay, I guess I'll go. So then I like start going, but then he starts like talking to me and like really having like full on conversations about his life, asking me about my life, and so on. Like super nice guy, but as a solo female, like I just
Yeah, but
please don't
the weird.
follow me and like it's just weird.
There's only so much polite conversation you can have, like passing someone or like hiking near somebody,
Yeah.
and like I mean, personally, I think that like hiking etiquette is kind of like if you're not in a group together, like maybe like create a little bit of distance once you're like past that
Yeah.
awkward stage, unless you just become instant friends, I guess. But
Yeah.
like,
Well, like even I mean, we probably hiked maybe for like 5-10 minutes with each other, and then at some point, like up the mountain, I was like, he needed to take a break, and I was like, well, I'm gonna keep going, but I'll see you up there, kind of thing, like kind of being polite, but be like, get away from me. But also, like on the way up, what he was doing was he kept being like, I'm not young anymore. I can't go as fast anymore. So I was like, wait, is he like asking me to slow down with him? Like, I'm not gonna do that.
Like,
So then I was like, just kind of carried on and went away.
yeah. I mean, it's just one of those awkward things, I guess. I don't really
Yeah.
know. Like, I'm sure other people would have loved that situation and been like, "Oh wow, cool! Like,
Yeah,
let's
it's not for
talk to
me.
somebody." But no, I mean, not
No,
for me either. I think
no.
that's why
And
we
like,
live alone in the woods.
and no like shame or hate on him because he was a very nice man and like he sounded like he has a really nice family and lives a really nice life, but
To you, sir, you're a nice dude. Just leave solo female hikers alone for a little bit,
yeah, that would
maybe,
be nice. Yeah.
or like
Especially
gauge the situation.
especially because I didn't have anything on me because it was a fairly short hike, so I just had my water bottle and phone, and I obviously no service,
Yeah,
and I didn't have like a knife that like normally do carry in situations,
can be
and
scary out there. You never know what
yeah,
someone's intentions are.
even in a national monument.
He wanted to move in with you in the Gila cliff dwellings, and yeah, I don't know. Um,
Just ask first, maybe.
yeah, probably be a good one. Um, to touch on the trash note, I guess, of the monument. So
Hmm.
they have rangers stationed like right at the start of the hike, and it's kind of like Carlsbad Caverns, where it's like they ask you like,
Do you have
do you have
anything?
anything
Yeah.
on you as far as like gum, food, wrappers, drinks besides water. Like they're basically doing their best to try to make sure like nobody actually is bringing stuff that's easily going to get littered
Hmm.
in the natural monument area.
Yeah.
So that was good. I don't think really found much of.
No, I think towards the beginning slash end, but like on my end of the journey, I maybe found like two little wrapper things, but nothing of significance. I think
Yeah,
the parking lot had more,
yeah. I think I found a couple things maybe,
like
but
a
like,
couple cigarette butts in the parking lot.
yeah,
I mean, there really wasn't much. They did a really good job in maintaining and keeping that clean. I
mm-hmm.
even thanked the rangers on my way out of like thank you for keeping our
Well, that's
like lands
nice.
clean, and it's just nice.
Yeah, but yeah.
But
Once we finished doing the Gila Natural Monument hike, we went over to the hot springs, which I don't know. Do you remember what they were called?
uh I don't, but they were like a short little hike down into some hot springs, like really close by.
Yeah, there's a bunch of hot springs near that area, but there's like different varying hikes or like
Mhm.
eases of getting to it. So we picked one that was like a small hike, so hopefully less crowded or didn't have many
Yeah.
people.
Mhm.
Um,
And it was really nice, the hot springs themselves.
yeah, it was a pretty little area. I think we technically were on part of the Continental
Crazy.
Divide Trail.
So we made it down to the hot springs.
Yeah,
Was it like mile total hike?
yeah, it wasn't very far. I think I'm saying it's a portion of the CDT, the Continental Divide Trail that we
Mhm.
were on, or at least a route of it through that area.
Yeah.
So like we cross a couple of streams to get to it, and then you get to these um, basically like stone pools that people have made, where it's like the hot spring water is flowing into the river, and then they kind of like divert the water into these little stone pools to nice
Yeah.
little hot tubs.
It was actually really hot.
Yeah. No,
Like
there
I
was a couple that
burned.
were very hot, where it's like I stepped in, I was like, oh crap, I can't.
Yeah,
But
like that's burning.
yeah, that one that we were able to sit in though was really nice.
Yeah.
Tried to have Gracie come in with us. It wasn't like this one wasn't so hot that it was going to be
No,
an
it
issue
was
for
like
her.
nice warm bath water.
Yeah, so we got her in, but she really just doesn't like water in general. Um, but
Yeah, she was not having it. And it was windy that day, so as soon as we took her out,
yeah,
like
as soon as you get out of the water, you're
she's just
frozen
shivering. I'm like,
like crap.
okay.
Like,
she's
felt bad
she's a
for
little
her.
dramatic though.
Yeah. Um, and actually, I guess on the note of Gracie whining loudly, when we got to the hot springs, there was another couple there that had their couple dogs there, and uh, we just knew that Gracie was gonna whine, so we kind of like waited for them because their dogs were off leash. So we waited for them, and I talked to them briefly, and they said, "Oh yeah, we're about to leave,
Yeah.
so have at it." So I was like, "Okay," but even just them leaving, Gracie was just like all up in arms.
Yeah.
And again, it's like she's not like trying to do anything; she just whines. She's
Yeah.
just
She's
loud.
interested. It's new
She's just like,
territory.
"There's a dog over there, so I'm gonna whine so loud and be an embarrassment."
She's just a
But
little
we love her.
baby.
But we love her. Um, yeah, I mean, as far as the hot springs, we saw a CDT hiker
Yeah.
that was there. If by some chance this dude ever finds this channel, bro, take a second and like go in the hot springs. He like literally
Soak
was
your
like,
feet,
yeah,
please.
like he's like, I've been hiking for like 20 miles and got here within however many days. And we're like, oh, a nice hot spring that you can enjoy. And he like stepped in it with his shoes on and was like, yeah, that's nice. And then just kept walking. I'm like, dude, enjoy the day for a minute. Like just
Yeah.
like relax and like, you know,
And I mean, little backstory on us is we did hike a portion of the Appalachian Trail. So we do know what kind of like more long
backpacking, yeah.
distance hiking is and like how strainful that can be on your body.
Yeah. And like to I guess a little credit is like I understand the days where you're just like I just need to get to the end of this hike
Yeah,
because I
and
know
just
like
go.
something is, but at the same time like I mean I feel like if we had come across a hot spring on the Appalachian
Oh,
Trail,
I'd be camping
yeah,
there. I'd
I'd
be
be
like, I
like,
don't care
yeah,
about
we're
the
gonna
miles. I'm staying
chill.
here now.
We're gonna chill for a day.
This is like a mini vacation of the larger vacation.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, like, take a second.
Yeah.
But
Reminder, enjoy your life,
yeah.
people.
um yeah, then on the way out of the hot springs, we did a little cleanup of the trail and then the trailhead.
Head, yeah. The
And
trail, I mean, there wasn't too much like at the hot springs. There was a couple things. There was like someone's like um insulin pump there. Like
rest in peace.
yeah, like I think you forgot something pretty important you need.
Yeah.
And a couple pieces like toilet paper at the actual hot springs
Hmm.
themselves. But then it was more at the trailhead
Yeah, the
where
trailhead definitely
the
had a lot more.
trash begun.
Yeah, and we did our little trailhead cleanup. Gracie was happy because she got to sit in the car for a little bit
Yeah,
while
she
watching us,
rested.
and she was able to rest after her traumatic experience of going in water.
Did we end up finding anything like interesting there, or was it just more like little pieces of trash people left behind?
Yeah, I mean, it was mostly just little stuff, that you'd find at trailheads. Obviously, toilet paper, you know, random bits of like food wrappers and
Battle caps. I think we even found gum. I think I found a few pieces of like chewed gum.
gross.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I would say it definitely was not the messiest that we've been to, but
we did find quite a bit though.
it
Yeah,
it is one of those things where it's like trailheads seem to always have the most, and it's I don't know.
yeah. I mean, there are signs like pack it out, you
Yeah, leave no
know,
trace.
and unfortunately like some of these places that we are visiting like they are more remote, so like trash services aren't something that is like easily available, though that is like a conversation to be had with like government and
Hmm.
local like cities and towns to maybe provide more funding towards that so
Yeah,
that these spaces do stay clean and there's opportunities for people to like make the right choice.
yeah, because I definitely will say like uh, going from when we started to at least now when we're recording this, like trailheads or places that have a dumpster or some sort of trash bin nearby, even if it's not
Hmm.
like the biggest one, are at least a little bit cleaner than ones
Oh
where they
yeah.
have nothing. Because you'd think like, oh, they don't have a trash bin, so that means people will know that they, have to pack it out, and
Yeah.
no, they just dump it anyway
Hmm.
and leave it wherever.
Yeah.
Whereas like at least if there's a trash can, you might get some that you know falls out or doesn't it blows away whatever,
Yeah.
but at least people are trying to put it in a trash can and like
Yeah.
have somewhere to put it so that they don't resort to the lazy thing of just tossing on the ground.
The attempt is tried.
Yeah, tried. um
But yeah, it would be nice to see more funding towards things like that though.
yeah, for sure. you know it's there's enough trash to warrant having a trash can in all these like trailheads or a lot of these trailheads. But then like
Mhm.
what we've at least seen, and we'll probably touch on later, is like just being able to find any trash can in some of these places, like
Yeah.
where we could drive for miles down a road and stop at every trailhead or campground in the area and there not be a single trash bin
Yeah. It's
anywhere.
hard.
And it's like, I don't, it's not a reason to litter, obviously, and don't condone that in any way, but it's like there were times where we were frustrated of like we have all this trash and we have nowhere to put it, like how do we
Mhm.
get rid of it?
Yeah.
So
So I understand. Like I understand why people may feel that they need to, and especially like more dumping
mm-hmm.
of trash because it's not easily accessible, or some towns and places we go don't even offer like recycling.
Yeah,
Like it's just unfortunate.
it is. um
But yeah, that trailhead and trail was a good experience. I enjoyed it.
yeah, that was a good one. I enjoyed
um
that, being able to chill in the hot springs for a little bit, and then
yeah.
afterwards we got to go get ice cream.
We
um,
stopped at like a little general store.
so yeah, it's called Doc Campbell's, which uh, I'm sure that any CDT people would be familiar with, because it's a general store within the Gila National
Hmm.
Forest that um,
Like
does
spice
resupplies
camping, all
for,
that.
yeah, like backpackers. So they have all like a lot of miscellaneous backpacking gear and food items that backpackers would need, and then they
Yeah.
offer like certain
Except
service like mail services for
yeah,
backpackers.
accepts those packages and everything.
And yeah, definitely, like if you're in the area, definitely a really cute store. It had like your touristy things of like shirts and
Yeah.
stickers and all that kind of stuff, but then your little
Mugs.
foods. And we got a little small thing of chocolate ice cream to share.
Yeah. I was kind of bummed because they had like an interesting like fruit flavor, maybe lemon, blueberry, or something like that they had, but it was out of stock.
Yeah,
I was just like, oh
yeah. I
man.
always want to try the like fun flavors, but
Yeah,
all
because
that's
I mean,
left are
like,
the
if they're
basics.
making ice cream, like obviously vanilla and chocolate, like classic, like can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
But if you're having someone's like homemade ice cream, I want to try the best thing you make, and that's usually a fruit flavor.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah, especially local fresh made ice cream, like
yeah.
a fruit flavor, is gonna be bomb.
Mm-hmm. Like, guaranteed.
um, but no, that was good.
Yeah.
Uh, that was that day, but then I don't know. We spent at least a week in Gila. I think a couple other things that we did were a few off road trails
Mm-hmm.
throughout the area.
We did a lot of off roading out there actually,
Yeah,
and there was like one that I specifically remember. Like it wasn't anything like spectacular. It didn't have like a view or anything. It was just more like a drive through the different forests and like different parts of it. But there was so much trash on this one. Like it was just so bad. It had beer bottles. It had like aluminum cans just everywhere. Like we stopped maybe like 100 times.
yeah. It's kind of like how we were saying with the last one, of like just drive until you see trash, and then we stop, and it's just
Hmm.
like stop, go, stop, go, stop, go,
Yeah,
stop, go.
and there would be like just piles of like the the big wine bottles
Yeah,
and things like that. It's like what are you doing out here?
yeah, and uh, there you just get to like a random like corner of the road where there'd be like a random downhill, and then all of a sudden there's like 15 beer bottles just
Yeah.
tossed in this little corner area.
Hmm.
Or I don't know if they're getting washed into the area from the
Yeah,
road, but it's like, I
it
don't
was
know,
bad.
just a
And
lot of beer cans.
like I'm also curious because that area did like kind of go in and out of the CDT trail.
Hmm.
So I am interested to know like are hikers being irresponsible and not packing out their trash?
That is a big question that we've like kind of asked ourselves a bunch of times in various areas that we're in, is like, who's
Hmm.
responsible for the majority of this trash? Like,
Yeah.
I would love to know, but it's also like this guessing game that we're playing in our own head of like what's around us and who's most likely
Yeah.
responsible.
Hmm. Because
Um,
like you could have hunters, because like a lot of areas we go to like are pretty remote.
Yeah, I mean,
So
national forest land in general, I think is just like you're
yeah,
gonna have
prime
hunters
hunting.
and hiking and off-roading.
Yeah,
Like those are your three main, I guess, like
camping.
yeah, subcategories of recreation that's happening,
Yeah,
and it's like which group of you is
doing
causing
this
the
more.
majority of the issues here.
Let's fight
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we got some problems.
yeah. It's having
And
the
I'm sure it's a combination of everybody. There's no specific
yeah.
group or type of activity that does it more that we know or we're blaming.
Well, I know, and it's like even if you just look at us in general, it's like we do hiking, we do backpacking, we do camping, and we do off-roading, and all these other things in between. And it's like it's not just one of those
Hmm.
subsections that's causing the issue, because there's really responsible and great off-roaders
Yeah,
and really responsible great campers and hikers, but it's like somebody out there
yeah.
is not.
It really hones in on the idea that like we're all the problem. Even if we don't create the problem, we are the problem
I'm not the
because
problem.
we aren't fixing the problem. Well, we are fixing the problem. We're trying to, but
I am a problem. But yeah, I mean, in that area, I'm not really sure. Like
yeah,
some of it, honestly, I think might be the CDT,
I think so
which is
too.
sad because like you'd think someone who's backpacking through beautiful landscapes
Hmm.
literally across the country.
Is gonna have a lot of respect for
Yeah,
what they're seeing and doing.
yeah, and it's like it's just the most basic principle of backpacking
Yeah,
is leave no trace. Like it's should
pack it
be
out,
engraved
pack
in
it
your
out.
brain. But I mean, if it is backpackers, like
We got to do better.
yeah, like
It's not okay.
carry it for a little bit. I'm sorry that you have a little extra weight and you can't be considered extra light or ultra light backpacker.
Technically, it's less weight though, still because they're
Yeah,
eating the food.
yeah. If you pack in a 6 pack of beer, it's going to be less weight once you drink it
Yeah.
all, so it should be fine. Um, but yeah, whatever group it is, I guess. But just be more
Regardless,
responsible, please.
regardless, nobody should litter, and we should all do our part in making it better.
Yeah. Some of it, though, I will say, is off roading, um, because of the fact that we're finding car parts,
Oh yeah.
and I get it, just because we have broken things on the Bronco, broken things off the Bronco, except they're in the Bronco still. I have to fix them, but like
Yeah.
I broke off a piece of the tail or the
Fender.
fender. I don't even know what you want to call it. It's on the corner, but broke a piece off, hitting the edge of something, and then got out of the car and picked it up.
Yeah. You didn't just
I
leave
didn't
it.
just leave it, and like we found a
You have a
whole
literal
ass
whole car to
mirror.
hold it.
Yeah, like during that cleanup, I think we found a whole ass mirror, like someone's side mirror, and it's like,
Yeah.
how do you hit your side mirror off, and then you're just like, nah, I don't need that. I'm gonna drive away.
It's
Like at
like
least
take that
grab
and
it and
duct
be
tape it.
yeah, like at
Like
least grab it so you can be like maybe fix it
nobody
later.
has money to buy a whole new mirror.
Yeah, so
Like
it's that kind of stuff where I'm like, I could see if you hit something and something fell off the bottom or like you
yeah,
didn't hear it, but like your mirror getting clipped off,
you see
you
that.
saw that. Somebody saw it, or you didn't because
Or
you
we
don't have a
saw
mirror.
it and we picked it up.
Yeah, but
But that
yeah,
was
lots of stuff,
yeah.
lots of random stuff that we found on that hike. I one thing I guess on that trail I think was where I had to cut the tree that was down in the middle of the road.
There's a pretty big
Um,
tree down there.
you know, at the time I wasn't sure. I looked into it to try to like verify, but basically, it's a Forest Service road, off-roading
Hmm.
trail kind of, um, and a tree had fallen and was blocking the road. I usually carry some sort of saw with us. Happened to have the chainsaw with us that day, and
Yeah.
decided to cut it down. The reason I wasn't sure whether that was allowed is just because like typically I feel like that stuff is kind of done by Forest Service and should
Hmm.
be in general. And like,
I think primarily that's their
yeah,
job.
their responsibility and their job. But I did look online and some forums and like read some stuff on from some rangers that were like, yeah, that's their job, but it's not like they can travel every single one of these
Oh yeah.
forest roads
I
every
mean,
single
there's
day.
you know how many trees there are to
Yeah.
people.
Well, especially now that we're, in a different location with more down trees, it's like it's crazy how many trails get blocked just because of down trees.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I felt comfortable doing it just because like I know I've used chainsaws before, have cut down trees before, and kind
Yeah.
of like
You're no beginner.
we're responsible enough to know like, okay, if the tree is literally like starting to catch on fire, like we're not gonna just leave it,
Oh yeah.
or anything like that. And like that was the only concern I had, was like nobody wants to start a forest fire, and I don't want to risk starting a forest fire. But when there's a tree that's down on the road, that also does create other issues, because then
Mhm.
people drive off the trail, off the road, damaging,
Yeah, it just creates a
other
bigger issue.
aspects. So, I mean, we were there, figured might as well just take care of it, cut it up into small pieces, move it to the side of the road, got it
Mhm.
taken care of.
Yeah.
I think that
Thank
was,
you for your service.
shut up. um, yeah, that was one of the ones. Oh, I wrote down for this one that we also saw javelinas on the way back from this trail.
We did. We saw like a little family,
Family group.
like of 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think you saw them first. I was driving, so I like
Yeah.
caught them running up the hill.
Yeah, I think I saw them, then Gracie did, and then you
Yeah,
did. Gracie was very interested at them and whined, but they were pretty cool to see. Like they just kind of like just
scampered,
dilly dallied away, and it was
scampered away.
pretty cute.
Yeah, they're like,
The little fat pigs.
yeah, they're basically like pig family type
Yeah.
things, but with a
Well, I shouldn't
longer
say
nose.
fat pigs. They're like tiny little pigs, I guess,
Yeah,
compared to
but
fat
no,
pigs.
they were cute though.
Yeah, it was interesting to see that because I think we have heard them before at like different locations that we've been at, but we weren't like sure what it was.
Yeah, I've heard of javelinas before. I honestly didn't know that they were in the area that we were in
Mm,
until we kind of looked into it.
yeah,
Um, and I mean,
they're
yeah,
really popular out there.
they are. But yeah, they were just cutely walking through the woods and ran off. But it was nice to see some wildlife while we are driving back to
Yeah,
camp.
honestly, I think that was like the first wildlife we saw.
Yeah, besides like deer and turkey, we
Yeah,
saw the turkeys
that's
from.
true. The turkeys we saw, yeah.
But I know we did a couple more off road trails while we were in Gila National Forests.
Hmm.
One of them that I really enjoyed was it Signal Peak,
Oh, up to
Signal Hill Road, up to the lookout
the fire
tower.
tower.
Yeah, so they have a fire tower at the top of the road. Um,
Amazing view up there.
it
Like you
was.
could see the like 360 the whole forest. It was beautiful.
Yeah, so basically, like we were camped at the bottom of Signal Hill Road, did the little off road trail to the top, and then there's a small hike
Hmm.
that's gated off to get to the lookout tower where they have a forest like fire watcher
Hmm.
ranger that's stationed up there. I don't know what to call him.
Firebender.
Yeah, firebender. Earth, water. Um, but so we were like hiking at the base of it, and I don't know that I knew that there was someone up in the lookout tower. I just assumed because there was a truck nearby, but
Yeah,
all of a
they're
sudden,
just doing their job.
yeah, all of a sudden someone's shouting from the top of the lookout tower, and he's like, "Hey, do you guys want to come up?" And I was like, "Sure." So thank you, Jim. Jim invited
Yes,
us
thank
to
you.
climb the lookout tower, give us a little tour, which was really cool. I mean, like you said, you get 360 views of the forest, and then he kind of
Hmm.
explained a little bit of the um, info
Like
about it.
mountains. Yeah, there was an active fire going on in the area.
Yeah, what was it, butterfly or hummingbird
Hummingbird.
fire
Yeah.
at the time? So we could see like the smoke from that, but he was pointing out the 10 different lookout
Hmm.
towers that are
In the
active in the
forest,
Gila
right?
National Forest, and like the various mountaintops that they were based out of, and
Yeah,
you know how that all works, and then like the software that they use that maps like heat signatures in the forest
that's
to
pretty
then
cool.
like try to um, you know monitor whether those are active fires that are starting and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of cool information we got to see. Got to chill with Jim for a minute.
Learn. Yeah.
Gracie was mad because she couldn't climb the stairs to it because it was like super.
Like the great
Yeah, it was
metal.
like the
Yeah.
graded metal and a really high um,
Yeah.
incline. I guess is the word.
If you can hear that, it's some car beeping, but
Yeah, it's like someone
we are
beeping.
in the woods again. There are people around us.
A delivery truck got lost because they're like 2 miles into the forest
Literally, we
trying to
are
back
pretty
up.
far out there, so don't know why they're there, but
Regardless, um, no, but yeah, the lookout tower was really cool. I enjoyed going up there. I mean,
yeah, really pretty.
and I don't know if he told you anything different or you heard anything different, but
Honestly, he did not tell me anything. He
you didn't
literally
ask any
was just like,
questions.
"Hi, I don't know, like sexist or something." I'm not
Maybe I
sure.
actually asked questions. I don't know.
I mean, what else? Like, what can I say?
That you have a family member who did the same job for years in California.
Oh,
I literally said that. I was
yeah.
like, my wife. I laugh. But yeah, I mean, no, that was a really cool experience, and the trail itself was really nice. I guess while we were on the trail, like it, that area had been burned by a fire years before, so it's just starting to grow back. But like you could see the
The burn,
damage,
yeah,
like the burn scar from those previous fires, and like really, it just drives home the importance of both the lookout towers and what we're trying to get across of like leave no trace and
yeah. Be
you know
respectful of the land and care for it.
yeah, caring for these public lands. Because I think after doing Signal Peak Road, I don't know if you have any more that you want to talk about Signal Peak Road, but
No, no.
um, after that we did a cleanup of some of the other campsites in the area off of the
Mhm.
road.
Yeah.
And it's like knowing about the previous fires, knowing about you know the fact that there was an active fire in the national forest
Mhm.
pretty far from us, but still it's like the amount of trash and stuff that we found that it's like flammable,
Yeah.
or like the cigarette butts and the paper products and all this stuff that
The shotgun
yeah,
shells and like I think what gets me the most, especially in areas where there have been repeated fires, active fires, etc. Like it's knowing that you can't have a campfire first of all. People continue to have a campfire in
hmm,
those restricted states, and then when they do that, they go and burn their trash. They
yeah,
burn their cardboard, they burn their glass, they burn
everything,
everything, which only worsens the possibility of creating a wildfire, in
yeah,
my
whether it's
opinion.
gonna spark or blow away, like
And then, like, not not only just about the wildfires, but also like you're polluting the air more than if you
yeah,
were just having a regular fire. So just like
yeah,
side note, pack it out, don't burn it. It's not
literally.
good for your
Yeah,
lungs.
that is one thing. It's like we find so much trash in fire pits, and
Yeah. It's
I
half burned. It's like you didn't even do the job.
yeah, it's like I don't know. Like I get the like, oh, let's just burn our trash because then we don't have trash left,
Yeah.
and we're not. I don't know, but it's like the
And
stuff
I'm
that's being burnt isn't actually burning. Like
yeah.
you're not burning it; you're just toasting
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yummy.
yeah, there's just a bunch of toasted cans and glass and like burnt
Yeah.
up random pieces of paper that didn't burn fully
Yeah.
because you
Like if
know,
you want to do that, like you need to be smart about it and you
yeah,
need to like take proper precautions and clean up after yourself too.
yeah. And another thing on burning and
But just like don't do
random
it.
stuff in fire pits, a lot of people will like throw their food into the fire pit to burn it,
Yeah.
which I did when I was a teenager, uh, and quickly learned that it attracts animals still because it doesn't burn all the way. So it's like if you leave food in a fire pit, no matter how burnt you think it is,
Yeah.
like unless you saw it literally go away, like it's still
Disintegrate.
there.
Did
So
it
it's going to
disappear?
attract animals, and those animals are going to come at night while you're sleeping. Um,
Good times, good times.
yeah, but so it's just another reason as to why not to do that. I
Yeah.
mean, if you really feel obligated to burn stuff, then bring it home and burn it there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
I don't know what to
just
tell
watch
you.
your house burn into flames.
Yeah,
Like
there's right ways to do things and wrong ways to do things. Unfortunately, that's a wrong way. Um,
but I think
did we find anything else on the cleanups of like the just other campsites around us that like you remember?
of interest, I don't think so. It was pretty generic items. Like I think we found another like car part. I
Yeah, like car
think
parts, lots of bottles, shotgun shells,
some
bullet casings.
bows also, or
Yeah,
arrows. I mean,
arrows. Um, this was
there's
after Easter, so I remember seeing a
yeah,
lot of Easter eggs,
yeah,
like in
like those
pieces.
like it wasn't even the Easter eggs. I think it was more of just like these like confetti filled eggs.
Oh
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
was probably the worst thing you could bring to a forest, in my opinion. Confetti
Just toss this
filled eggs
paper.
that are literally just micro trash
Yeah,
everywhere. It
just-
was impossible to pick everything up from that. I like,
yeah. I mean,
unfortunately, there's just you couldn't, and
no.
that's the problem.
And a lot of these companies, I remember looking up for one of the other confetti things was like they market it as like, oh, it's biodegradable, like safe and stuff
Cool.
like that. It's like I don't know that the tiny blue sparkly pieces of paper are necessarily safe for the environment. Like,
Yeah. And even if they are and they take like a week to disintegrate, which highly doubt
yeah,
it, but even if they did, nobody wants to see it. Pick it
yeah,
up.
like I don't know.
It just
I'll
makes me
never
so
understand
mad.
people.
I don't want to see your trash. I don't.
No, I don't. I really don't. But we still will pick it up because that's what
Yes.
we're doing.
We love the earth so much.
Yeah,
No, truly we do.
no,
But yeah, I think that was really it of Gila. I think
yeah.
we
I
did a
think we
lot of
did another.
off-roading, saw
Yeah,
a lot of things.
there's a couple other off-road trails that we did, but it was the same thing where we were just stop and go and picking up trash. Nothing crazy,
Yeah.
just kind of exploring around views and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um,
And before we or on the next stop that we go, we ended up getting a a scale, like a luggage scale
yeah,
type to record the weights of the how much trash we find. So up to this point, we hadn't been able to record weight.
yeah. So Carlsbad, Lincoln National Forest, and Gila National Forest, we didn't have recorded weights of the amount of trash we picked
Mm-hmm.
up.
But we did estimate. We're probably low on the estimation, but we'd rather be low than higher.
Yeah,
So we estimated about like 38 pounds of trash we picked up in all three of those places.
yeah,
Um, most of it was at Gila, I'd say. Carlsbad and Lincoln. Or no, I'd say most of it was probably at Lincoln.
yeah. We did. I would say we probably found more in Lincoln than Gila. Carlsbad was just like a small,
Yeah.
like grocery store bag size one that we had picked up, and it really
Mm-hmm.
wasn't filled. Yeah, Lincoln, we
And then
had a
just
few like trash
various.
bags worth of trash, but
I'd say
they're
like 5 or
yeah,
4.
but they're normal size trash bags than the ones that we're using now, which are like the bigger contractor
Mm-hmm.
bags that we're weighing. So it's like, yeah, we kind of just estimated based on what other stuff weighed after the fact, and like, yeah,
Kind of just went with that. So,
regardless if it's perfectly accurate, we still picked up trash in those
yeah.
areas, and
And estimated it to
yeah,
be 38
38 pounds,
pounds.
and it was good.
Yeah. But going forward, we've recorded it. We record our weights now, and um, we'll be reporting on that.
Yeah, which comes at this
Sweet.
next area that we went to, which was the Cibola National
Mm-hmm.
Forest. Um,
But before we went there, we had to go back to Silver City and stock up on a lot of things, groceries, all our needed items.
yeah, Silver City was a nice one. It wasn't too far from where we were camping inside of Gila, but we did use it for a good number of errands that we had to do, like returning that stupid water bladder from
Yeah.
that we talked about
Mm-hmm.
last time. And yeah, groceries and stuff like that. And then before we left, we went to the town dump or county dump or transfer station, whichever one you want to call it, but
Yeah.
to
It was
do
like the sewer. It's like the sewer plant,
yeah,
basically.
but emptied our black and gray tanks there, and we're able to throw out all the trash bags we had
Mm-hmm.
from trash that we found within the Gila National Forest.
Yeah.
Um, and then like while we were there, got to talk to one of the employees of this place who like randomly came up and was just chatting with us, and we are telling him that we were going to the Cibola National Forest, which is also in New Mexico, and only a few hours away. And he's like, I don't even know where that is. And like, then he was talking about it. It was like, I don't know why people live in New Mexico. And like, where are you from? He's like, New Mexico. Where have you gone? Nowhere. It's like, I don't know. I mean,
Leave New
that's
Mexico,
on you,
maybe.
man. But I mean,
It is funny though, like locals and people that you know your town for your town,
mm-hmm.
and like you obviously have your judgments of it because you live there and you know things that
Yeah.
other people don't. But like I could never imagine saying like I don't like it here because like that Gila National Forest right there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you mean that's in your backyard
Yeah.
and you don't care?
And I think it does come down to like, and this is not judgment on people that are like this, but like they don't want to explore too far outside of their like home
Comfort zone.
comfort. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's like, I don't know if
makes
that's the
sense.
case with this guy. I'm sure he's multiple different things, but like having conversations with previous people I've known, like where you talk to them, and they're like, oh, I've never left the state that we live in. And it's like,
Yeah,
I get that sometimes that can come down to financial reasons or personal reasons and other sorts of
privilege.
reasons, but like at least the person I'm referencing, like just
Didn't care.
didn't want to see
Yeah,
things and didn't really know that there's other stuff out there. It was like, I don't know. I think that like at least for this guy that we met down near Silver City, it's like he probably was like, well, it's an hour to get into certain parts of the forest, and I don't want to drive that far, type of thing.
yeah,
I don't know.
but definitely like enjoy your life, see
Yeah,
more, do
try
more,
if you can.
learn more, explore,
Yeah,
because you get to see so much out of your bubble.
yeah. Everybody's got to get out of the bubble a little
Yeah.
bit. Bubble bias. um, sorry. Then we drove from there to towards Grants, New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Um, had to stop at a ranger station
Got some water.
to get some water, um, some fresh water for that tank, and then we ended up staying in a dispersed camping area just outside of El Malpais National Monument,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Super pretty area.
within the Cibola National Forest. So it's like El Malpais is on one side of the road and Cibola National Forest is on the other, and it really
You're
worked
basically
out.
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's what we were kind of came to see in the area was the National Monument, um, and some of the surrounding stuff. So we got a really nice spot, in my opinion, as far as
Yeah.
where it was.
This one felt like you were in the desert, but it had all of like the pine trees still, and
Mm-hmm.
like I want to say mountains, more like hilly kind of
Yeah,
like landscape, but like not like a little hill. It was like a big
yeah, they're
hill.
larger not mountains, but just
Hills.
hills. Yeah.
um, but that was really like it just felt different from the other places that we've stayed at.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of open as well, and you had all like the deserty brush and bushes around.
Yeah,
Felt nice.
it was cool. And I don't know. So when we first got there, it was probably like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and we did the same thing where we took the Bronco off of
Mm-hmm.
the RV and then kind of like explored in a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we drove the Bronco a little, or drove the RV a little bit into it, but did the little exploration to find out where we wanted to go. And I know that one of the places that we stopped off of this forest road, we got to, and as we're like,
Bad vibes.
literally as we got out of the car, we're like looking around, and there's like an animal skull attached to one tree, the jaw of another animal like hanging from
Mm-hmm.
another, just like a rope with like a mini noose on it hanging from a tree, and then like
Uh,
two
yeah,
gravestones
like
with
crossed,
yeah,
like
like a cross that says like lady and a
it's
gravestone.
just creepy. Like,
Odd vibes, odd vibes.
yeah,
I mean, not something that you like purposely want to camp at, because I
no,
don't know. I just don't know
no.
like who
It
put it
was.
there and why it was there. I don't want to interrupt that
I
stuff.
don't want to know either.
You don't want to camp in a graveyard, technically.
Yeah,
Like
no.
nobody wants that. So
So we just like went across from it basically.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't that far from it, but a little different spot,
Yeah.
open and riddled with animal bones.
so
They weren't
much
hung from trees at least,
bones.
so
Yeah, at least they were on the ground. They seemed more normal,
natural.
but there was like a whole body essentially. Probably cow, would you
Yeah,
say?
I'd say we ended up asking on TikTok and Instagram if anybody
Like
knew, and
consensus
just like sent some pictures of the bones. I think everyone was saying it was probably a cow.
cow.
Um,
It makes sense because of like the size of it and just like what we were seeing. Like I
yeah,
don't know anything that would be that big in the area other than like
besides
an
elk,
elk.
which we did see elk bones as well. So it's
Yeah,
like it's not that it wasn't possible for elk. It was just like
look different.
yeah, it was different. Those bones were definitely cow, and I think a lot of national forest land, and I know that they have grazing rights for cattle ranchers where they can
Hmm.
allow their cows to kind of just graze through the forest. So
Which is
I
amazing.
don't know how the bones got there, whether it was an animal kill or I don't know, but it was
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, something died.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like I think Cibola had the most animal bones that we've seen so far,
Yeah, for
just
sure. I
everywhere.
think like regardless like we were very close to a lot of different like points of interest and like Grants was not too far. It was like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And honestly, we're only an hour from Albuquerque as well,
Hmm.
but it just felt so more remote than like it actually was.
Yeah.
And I don't think people like actually visit this forest. Well, people visit this forest because it was
Tourists
nasty.
don't.
But it wasn't busy.
Yeah. Um, it was. I think it probably is like where we were too, because it's like you're surrounded by two national monuments, El Malpais, El Morro,
Yeah.
the national forest land, desert land between there and like Albuquerque, and then you have Grants, and then on the other side of that it's just mountains and deserts as well. So it's like there's really not much
Yeah.
around.
That's true. Like you're just surrounded by protected land.
Yeah,
So like of course you're going to see some
beautiful area
crazy
though.
things.
Beautiful area, and I mean,
No, it really
I
was.
did enjoy our time there a lot. There's a lot of stuff that we did.
I think of the places that we've been so far, that probably was my favorite campsite because it just felt different from the rest of them. It like from I guess different from the rest of the ones we've been at, but also from every camp that we've been at like through our whole life.
How so?
Hmm?
How so? I mean,
It just had the vibe, I guess. I mean, also we were surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of pounds of litter. That was really
oh,
different
like that
too.
vibe? You mean? Yeah, yeah, that was different. That was different. We found a ton of trash in
Yeah,
Cibola National Forest.
because there was like
Not
one main what?
a ton, not a literal ton.
Yeah, we found or there was like one main forest road that like of this section of the national forest, it like brought you from one point to the next point, and it kind of connected you from like
Two major highways
yeah,
or
and like
roads,
the main town to like not a town, like maybe
or like the
house
national
land.
monument areas and
Yeah.
stuff too.
So like I could see a lot of people going up and down it, but also the road itself did impose like some challenges. Like there was a lot of dips of it, so like your average little car probably wouldn't make it.
Yeah, it's definitely more of an off-road
Yeah.
forest road.
So you like limit the type of people that are coming down this road too though.
Yeah,
But
but
there was so much
yeah,
trash.
and we kind of once they stumbled onto it, like we knew of this road and we drove this road to get to this other highway that we were talking about. But like
Mhm.
we went to town one day to get some stuff and then came back, and like as we were entering the road, we just kind of like looked around, and it was just like from the main road, the paved road to the forest road, it was just cans and
Trashed.
trash and random stuff everywhere on that corner. So we picked that up.
And like honestly some weird finds there too. Like
Yeah,
whole vapes.
yeah,
Like
vapes. I found brand new windshield wipers, like in the packaging windshield wipers, or
like
like half of it was in the package and half of it wasn't, and like just yeah,
why? So much beer
yeah, a lot of beer
cans,
cans.
bottles.
It was one of those spots where it's like, for at least this one, I think is
People just throw it out the window.
the no, I think this one was like the youths
Oh, yeah,
youths.
yeah.
It was just like one of those spots where it's like it's far enough
They could
out of
party there.
town that like you're not going to get bothered by people,
Mm,
and it's like secluded enough, but it's also easy enough to get to where
yeah.
you know you are hanging out with your friends, and everyone drives down there
Hmm.
and you just drink type of thing
Yeah,
is what I'm getting the vibe of like just a
yeah.
bunch of like either
I
high
could
school
see
kids or
that.
something.
Because even like at our camp, that was the vibe I was getting too. Because
Yeah,
there was like red solo cups, a lot of like,
twisted tea cans,
yeah, just
Smirnoff
like
ice cans and
sugary
bottles.
drinks.
Yeah,
But
it's the
that
high school alcoholic drinks.
yeah, that brings us to a good point though of like if you're a kid and you're doing that and you're littering, just don't litter. Like don't do it.
Yeah,
Just go and put it in a trash bag and throw it out. But don't drive drunk also.
yeah, don't do that either.
And if you have children, this would be a great time to communicate to your children about the impacts of littering and just make sure that, they do their part and they understand that it's not cool to do that
Yeah.
because it is a fact that younger people do litter more,
Mm-hmm.
whether that's uneducated or they're scared because they're drinking and like obviously
Yeah,
they're
trying
not
to get
going to
rid of
bring
it.
that with them, things like that. Like it's just a good time to educate our youth
Yeah,
and the
to
people
the
that are
youths.
becoming
Yeah,
adults.
to the youths out there, underage drinking is okay. In certain
We're not
situations,
liable though.
no, but littering is where we draw the line.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
stop it.
And
Just
I also draw the line at drunk driving too.
yeah, and
Get an
drinking and
Uber if you
driving.
really need
Honestly, all of it's legal, but hey, littering is what we're here
it.
for.
That's our
Just
passion.
remember that the next time that you want to go underage drink at your favorite spot, if you tossed all of your previous garbage there, now you have nowhere to hang out because you have to hang out on top of people's
Nasty
nasty
garbage.
garbage and toilet paper and broken glass,
Candy
candy
wrappers.
wrapper. Like,
It's literally sugar, like
yeah,
galore. Is
yeah.
that the word?
I don't even know.
Sugar overhaul.
Yeah, it was bad, but that was the thing. It was like that was just the start because like we were
Yeah.
like, all right, let's
Yeah.
pick this up. We finished that after a couple hours because there was so much, and then we were driving back and we're like, and there's trash, 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 and then like
Just the
as
whole road.
we continued down that road, it was just so like became so apparent how much trash there was
Yeah.
on every single inch of it.
And we ended up covering like what, like 9 miles
Yeah, it was like 9 miles that we eventually cleaned up.
within like a period of like 4 days,
Mm-hmm.
not four 24-hour days.
No, no.
I think we'd spent probably like a total of like 30 hours, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it was hot during that week too, so we ended up doing like a lot of like we'd go for a few hours in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
come back, eat lunch, wait for it to cool down
Calm
a
down.
bit, go
Yeah.
back for a few more hours in the afternoon,
Yeah.
and just like back and forth and back and forth. And we ended up having to basically park the Bronco in like one spot, both walk
Mm-hmm.
off in various directions, come back, and then just like piggyback or leapfrog, I guess is a better phrase, to the next spot
That
up
we
and down the
stopped.
road.
Yeah.
And
It seemed to work out well. It's just like it is annoying to have to like get in and out and kind of like stop doing what you're doing because like
yeah,
you're also limited to we have like the 5 gallon buckets that we use
mm-hmm.
to like just put trash in and then we dump that in the trash bags since it's just a lot easier
Yeah,
to carry, but like you are limited to how much space you have there. So like
yeah.
literally you could take 2 seconds to fill that because there's just so
I
much
know that. Yeah, there were
cans.
certain areas where you'd like get out of the car and you'd fill that bucket immediately
Yeah.
because it was just like big glass bot, like full, like 2 liter vodka bottles
Yeah.
and like just every type of can that you'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Found a lot of like rusted tin too, like
yeah,
paint, like old paint tin cans. Just like you can't even tell what these are because they're just that badly rusted.
yeah. That was the kind of stuff where I'm like, I don't know how this got here. Like, is it old homesteaders or people that lived in the area dumping stuff? Like, I don't know.
It's possible because I know people like would dump all of their stuff in either their backyards or
Yeah,
type of land like this back in the day. I mean, people obviously still do it because there's still like new trash out there, but
yeah. I know. It's like I'd love to know the date range of things
mm-hmm.
we've picked up of like because there was cans and bottles and stuff like that that were at least 50 years old
Yeah.
to brand new stuff that literally probably had just been tossed out the window like the
Mhm.
day before.
Yeah.
Or actually, there was the Mother's Day balloon because we were cleaning up the day after Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Day. Yeah, and
So it's
there was
like,
a Mother's Day one. Yep.
so it's like, I mean, that probably just floated in, but at the same time, it's just like it's showing like
Yeah.
it's constant trash that's just accumulating in this
Yeah.
forest.
That is a funny video though. We'll have to show it, but
Yeah,
of
where
me trying to pop the balloon, but it just won't pop,
yeah,
and I'm like getting mad at
and then it just looked like you were taking it out on mothers. You're like, I fucking hate moms.
it. I don't.
I know.
Mothers are like the backbone of our country.
Yeah, but the balloons don't belong in the forest.
No, they don't belong anywhere. Honestly, like, why do we even have balloons? Like, what is the purpose of a balloon? Just get a card or like literally just say the words like Happy Mother's Day. I appreciate you.
It's
That means so much
pretty.
more to me than like a balloon, I'd say.
I like it for the helium.
Well, yeah. Well, then just buy a can of helium. But also, isn't that like a hard resource to resource?
Yeah, it's something to do with that. I don't even know. Um, yeah, we cleaned up a lot in there. I'm trying to think if there was anything else like crazy that we found while we were in there. Lots
Mm,
of car parts, more arrows.
yep, a lot of errors. I would say, honestly, I do think of this area that we were in, I'd say minimum 60% of it was caused by hunters. That's my belief of it because of the type of land we're in. They're just, other than camping, there really isn't much to do in that forest. Um, so I'd say, yeah, some of the spots we found the trash would be like good hunting spots.
Yeah, hunting and I'd say off-roading, but they're like none of the trails were marked as off-road trails,
No,
at least
and
on
honestly,
our app.
our time there, we didn't really see anyone go up or down that road.
At least not near us,
Yeah.
no.
So like it really wasn't well traveled or like popular.
Yeah, we
So
did.
it's got to be the locals then,
Yeah, we ran. I mean, you
which is
ran
sad.
into that one guy that was hunting,
Mhm.
or I mean, said he was hunting. He was
Hunting.
just
He
driving his truck
had
through
a
the
bad
forest.
no luck. He was trying to get some deer and elk, I think, but then I guess they're already out of the area. They like migrated to a different area, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Cool
So
side
it's like
story
I don't.
there. Again, didn't ask what we were doing.
No, and it didn't grab about the giant bags of garbage we had, or the fact that we're walking around with buckets in the forest. He just like
Yeah.
drove through and was like, "Y'all see an elk?" No.
No. But I do see hundreds of pounds of
Yeah.
trash. You want to help?
Let's throw all this trash in the back of your truck.
Literally,
Um,
please.
yeah, I don't remember if we found anything else like crazy. But we found a lot of stuff. I just like can't
It was,
remember of anything like interesting.
I'd say it was mostly just a lot of aluminum, a lot of glass, like
Yeah,
things like that.
yeah. Which
Bottles
in
on bottles on bottles.
total,
The
I f-
total weight,
or how many bags do we have?
I
Is it
think we had 13 bags. And those are the like outdoor,
like the
like,
50-gallon or whatever
yeah, the
garbage
black
bags,
big ones.
contractor bags?
So we had 13 bags of those with a total of 362 pounds of trash.
A lot of trash
That,
just from that one forest.
yeah, that just
That was
we picked
crazy.
up.
Yeah, it's one forest that we picked up and Gracie watched so that she could nap and
Yeah,
twitch her
she
little
had good
toesies.
times. I'd say actually this forest she did come out with us more like in the active littering pickup process.
Mm-hmm.
She is a pain,
She can be a very big
but
pain.
she did learn a few little
Oh
cute
yeah, that
things
was
though. She is starting to like find trash, like kind of like a trash cadaver.
dog. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There was a couple that I had where I got good videos of like being like Gracie, find the trash, and then all of a sudden she just run into it.
Yeah.
Now I understand that like
She, yeah.
I was walking in that direction anyway, so she probably was just going, but it really was
Yeah.
cute.
Well, let's give credit where credit's
Yeah,
due. She's the best, smartest dog in the world.
yeah. But she also only likes picking trash with us for a certain amount of time before she gets bored
Yeah.
because
It's, I mean, especially there, it was hot. She
it
was
was very
annoyed. I
hot.
think she's a very like average temperature
She's
doggo.
bougie in a
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
in a sense. But yeah, like I think with some of the videos from that, there's a lot where like we'll walk by Gracie in the car, and it's like she's
Mhm.
tied in the car, has her bed in the car, has water, and all the
A
windows are
whole
down
life.
and stuff like that. And we're walking by her every so often, but it's like we tried bringing her with us and like having her walk with us, but after a while, she just doesn't want to. So it's
Yeah.
like she honestly enjoyed being in the car and would whine to get back in the car to then just
Mhm.
watch us from the
Yeah.
window. Because I mean, she's 9 years old, and
She's living her best life.
yeah, she'd rather watch us,
Yeah.
and that's perfectly fine with me, as long as she's safe and happy. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
I love when we post some type of video of Gracie. Usually we get like obviously oh she's so cute, but then sometimes like on the hike ones, typically a lot of people will be like, "Oh my god, no water?" Question
Oh,
mark.
water? Question mark?
Or like her paws and stuff like that. Like they're so concerned for her and
Yeah,
it
and
like
if only you knew
yeah,
what she's putting us through.
we literally
Cater to her, which honestly, I guess that is a good segue into one of the days that we went to El Malpais,
mhm,
um, to the national monument. We
super cool.
did a couple hikes in the park, the big lava tubes area, and some other area
Yeah,
nearby where it's like a mixture of your regular ground and
large.
then the lava
Yeah.
rock,
Like
which
large to small pieces and like it's not easy to travel even like in shoes and stuff like that, so like I get why.
yeah, so like we knew all that going into it, and we're very cautious of like bringing Gracie on it and making sure she was going slowly. Of course, she was being a butthole and like just not looking where she was walking, and then would like bump her head like onto something because she's so interested in something else going on. But we went early enough in the morning so that it wasn't hot on her feet, at least for the first hike.
Yeah, and we also have little paw protectors for her too. She
Just in
doesn't love them,
case.
so like we don't bring them out at every chance like
Yeah.
we get, but we do check the ground. Like we are responsible pet
Yeah. So
owners.
it's like we did the first hike. She was cool with that. It wasn't too hot. We did some off roading in the park and then went and did another small little hike. But by that point, it was a little bit warmer. And, the hike in, she was fine. But then coming back, it was like a mixture of it being a little too hot and her being a little too
Mhm.
tired from the amount of miles we had done,
Yeah.
where she just was like, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. And
She was done.
she was done. Like, she didn't it wasn't like she was hurt either. She wasn't in pain, like, or acting like she was in pain. She just kind of like looked at me like,
No.
"Nah, I'm cool."
She was tired. I
And
mean, she
but
also did get surgery at that time, like what, 2 months?
yeah, like a month and a half, 2 months
So like,
before
she hasn't been
for
really hiking as
cancer.
much and doing what she normally does.
Yeah, but with that, I think it was like we felt the ground. It was pretty warm at that point, being the afternoon. So
Hmm.
she made me carry her the last mile of the hike.
So cute.
It was really cute.
She as soon as you picked her up, like, and from her like sad little "I don't want to walk anymore" face to like ah, and
Oh
so
yeah, she was so happy.
happy and smiling.
Yeah,
She
and I literally
loved
like
it.
had to hold her like a baby, like cradling her in my
Oh.
arms, and then she put her little paws on my shoulder and just kind of like chilled there looking at you the entire time. But
Mhm.
she doesn't realize that she's a 50-pound dog, and every movement that she's making and trying to adjust herself, I'm like, I can't do this.
Aw.
She's just too much, but in
Don't
the
tell me.
cutest way.
Do not say our dog is too
I
much.
didn't mean too much as in like that.
Mm.
Mm. I just meant like she's too cute. Um,
She's the perfect amount of cuteness.
okay, she's extra cute. Um, but we did, yeah, those couple hikes in El Malpais, and then we also did on another day at least another drive through El Malpais to
Yeah.
the other side.
Honestly, the other side I think was they're very different sides.
Hmm.
Like the side that we explored the day before was all lava rock. You could really see like what was happening and experience that. Amazing because I've never seen something like that before.
Hmm.
But that side, but the side that we were on this day was just like views and like stone. I mean, everything's
There
stone,
was
but
like the sandstone, because there was the Verdana Arch,
yeah.
I think is a sandstone arch, and then the sandstone bluffs,
Mhm.
cliffs or whatever that we were on, overlooking the lava fields
Yeah.
on that side of the park, which was really cool.
Mhm.
But I forgot just because like of when this was, but we had talked about that water bladder that broke from the previous video, or in the previous video, and then how we returned it. But during this week or 2 weeks that we were in Cibola, we bought another 30-gallon water jug for the
Mhm.
back of the Bronco that we picked up from Albuquerque. So then on this day that we went and saw the sandstone bluffs and all that kind of stuff, we went to the
We filled
ranger
up.
station, and they allowed us to fill up our water at the ranger station. So we filled up that, like, it's basically a reserve tank that, you know, that way we don't have to bring the RV to these ranger stations or
Yeah.
various places to fill
Just
up
an
throughout the
easy
week.
way to make sure that we always have water
Yeah.
on hand.
So we did that while we were on that side of the park as well, and then got to see, yeah, like the sandstone bluffs, which was really cool.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
I like that one, and I found 2 cigarettes on like the main like viewpoint that you can climb up to,
It's
which
just
like
sad.
wasn't even part of like, you have your parking lot and then you can go out onto these cliffs and then from the cliffs you can like walk along the edge, and then I decided to like kind of rock hop to like another viewpoint,
Yeah.
which was like a little bit more difficult and like required, you to like climb on these sketchy edges, and then still found trash there. I was like, how?
Yeah. People don't care.
I know, but
It is sad, but we picked it up
yeah,
and
threw it away.
it's clean. Well,
Well, I mean, it was clean
it
that
was clean as we picked it up. Hopefully, we're gonna put it out there that it's
Yeah,
still clean and people
please
care about it
keep it
and clean up
clean.
after it.
But what else did we do that day? We went back on the Craters Byway and we saw the cows.
Yeah, we saw some cows. We were looking at them; they were cute, and then headed down a little bit more and saw some more cows. But one literally had just given birth. Like
Like,
the cow
just giving
was
birth.
literally like soaked in whatever, or the little calf
Yeah, the
was
calf.
like,
It was basically still like covered in placenta and
yeah.
like everything, and the mom had everything still hanging from her, like it
Hmm.
had just happened.
Yeah.
And then there was like another baby cow that was probably a little bit older, like a few months older, that was like on the ground looking at its little brother or sister. It was really cute.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that was. I wish we like could have seen it because like that. What like who sees cows give birth
in the
typically in the
wild,
wild? Like that's just a
I
little
mean,
weird or
wild.
like odd. Um, but yeah, it was really cute to see that.
Yeah, it was cool. Um, when we did these off-roading like trails through the park itself, we obviously picked up trash as well.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
same
like an
as,
average amount of trash, I'd say, like in El Malpais
yeah,
monument.
yeah, definitely more trash than the other national parks that we've talked about
Hmm.
so far, national monuments, but it's a different type of national monument
Yeah,
and covers a lot more area, and just like
I think it
I
was
under
truly less like patrolled, honestly,
yeah.
too, and just I really didn't see like much out there.
No. And I don't know if that's, some of the difference between like a national park versus a national monument, and how much
Funding they get,
funding and
yeah.
resources and employees and all that kind of stuff. But
I mean, it's very
yeah, we
possible.
did find a decent amount of trash within uh, those roads that we did.
Hmm.
Um, you
Nothing
know,
crazy, just your typical trash too.
yeah, I hate to call it out too, but the CDT
Does run
also
through
went
it.
through El Malpais, and we literally drove on it at a
Yeah.
portion and picked up trash right off on it or off of it. So it's like,
Hmm. It's
I'm
hard
like,
to like not assume.
yeah, it's like we just were in another area where the CDT was, and it was also trash, and now like it's up here. Like, I really hope it's not CDT hikers that are just tossing their beer cans and wrappers and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like, if it is, like, shame on them. Like,
No, yeah, it
it's
is.
not what backpacking is about.
It's bad. We need to all care about the earth and
Yeah.
what we're doing, and like every little thing you do has an impact, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
It's got an impact.
But no, we did trash cleanups in there. I mean, what else did we do?
Um, we did spend a day at El Morro National
Oh yeah,
Monument.
El Morro National Monument. That's
That
cool.
was really cool. Like the hike, like the loop around it. You got to see like the like petroglyphs essentially, the
Yeah, petroglyphs.
of people literally signing their name and messages of traveling there and seeing different things.
Oh yeah, that was right. They like literally had the history of like it wasn't just like the natives that had carved into the wall, but like
Yeah, it's
literally like
everybody that
17,
visited.
1800s and stuff like that, and like
Yeah,
going on.
it's basically a giant like guest book.
Yeah, it really was. It kind of was. Of just like yeah,
Names, date. I mean, sometimes people put like a little message of like whatever, but
Red
pretty.
was here,
Yeah, it was pretty interesting though, because like that's that's history set in stone.
literally.
um, but yeah, then the hike was cute. Like Gracie got to come with us on this one,
That was a
and
cool hike because you got to go on the top of the cliffs.
yeah, and like the way they like designed it, you're literally like walking in and up these things, and
Yeah, like it kind of is like a natural from the ancestral people that lived there
yeah,
that had created like these little homes on top of the cliff face, but like it
yeah.
wasn't like cliff dwellings like we had seen in Gila.
Well, only because like only a very small portion was actually excavated. Is
Hmm.
that the word? And so like there's probably so much else underneath there that
True, true.
like would probably help explore and expand the history of how how these people lived and the culture of it. But
Yeah,
it's also important to like preserve what you can, and if you
yeah,
don't have to
yeah,
show
like,
it, like it's
yeah.
probably better too.
But no, that was a cool one. Because like yeah, like you were saying, it's like the trail itself was almost carved into the rock in portions, and
Yeah,
like stairs had been carved out of the rock
yeah,
and little pathways to like go around. So that was really cool.
yeah. And
Um,
honestly, I didn't find a single piece of trash. I don't think
I don't think we found any trash in El Moro,
it was
which
spotless and cared for, which is important because of the
yeah,
history and
I mean there were
just
people there. I like we didn't know it was there when we
no,
first got to the area just because we have like our saved points of things that we like really want to see or areas that we want to
mm-hmm.
be. So then we go to those areas, and then once we're there, kind of like explore a little bit
Yeah,
more into it. So it's like we just kind of learned
happened
that
to
there was
found this one.
a
Yeah,
separate national monument right next door to El Malpais.
mm-hmm.
So that was cool. Yeah, that was a really nice hike. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, definitely recommend that national monument for sure.
And Gracie enjoyed it too.
Yeah,
She,
just currently just stretching like every
yeah,
5 minutes here.
she's thinking of the hike and it's like, oh, I need to stretch after that thought that I just had. Because she was like bouncing all up and down that trail. Like
Yeah,
how we were saying, like the steps and stuff are like carved into the rock, and the trails carved through the rock and stuff like that. Gracie would be like running on the walls on the side because she wants to
mm-hmm.
go up a different direction instead of
Yeah,
following. I'm like, come on, Grace.
stay on trail.
Yeah,
She's still
Grace.
learning trail etiquette. She's fairly good at it, but she can be better.
She can,
Huh.
but she's adorable.
But
Um,
other than that, like we just kind of explored the area, did some off-road trails,
mhm,
still collected some trash here and there, but primarily spent a lot of our time like more close to camp, I think,
mhm.
because
From the
I mean
forest
there was
road.
just so much trash that we like it was really important to us to make sure that we like finished that road and like picked up
Yeah,
as much trash as we could. Kind of was just like a self little accomplishment goal to reach for the area.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, overall, I think it was a. I enjoyed my time at Cibola National Forest.
No, yeah, Cibola is cool. Um, Grants, New Mexico is cool. That was the
Hmm.
nearby town that we're in. It's part of the historic Route 66 and another trail town for the CDT. So it was cool to kind of explore in there. We used it as another stopping point.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, the forest road did take up a lot of our time.
it did.
And it's not to say that we didn't get to explore the area. We still
No,
saw a
we
lot of
saw a
stuff
lot.
around. It was a rough few weeks of just lugging that stuff. And then when it came time to get ready to leave, was the stress of like, where do we bring all of
Yeah,
this?
13 bags of
Yeah,
trash.
13 big bags of trash, which I wasn't
Plus,
sure was going to even fit in the car.
we
Um,
had to take everything out of the car,
yeah,
and then we got it to fit. But
yeah, and you weren't able to come with me
no,
because there was trash in the front seat.
yeah,
It was so bad. But ended up being able to take it to the Cibola transfer station, or the
yeah,
county dump, basically, which, like we were saying before, with like places having trash cans or some sort of
upstairs.
trash, there wasn't any
No,
any of these parks that we went to, really, or at
nope,
least not that we could bring 13 bags of
no.
trash. You
It was
know,
more of just like your day trash.
yeah. The One of the rangers that you talked to when we got water at the Cibola, or the, I don't know if it was the El Malpais ranger station or wherever that we got the water,
hmm
he had offered, it was like, oh, if you wanted to bring them over here, then we can take them. But
And like, no, he would personally take them to the dump for us.
oh yeah,
But I was like, well, I mean,
we weren't done.
no,
Like, by the time that we had done that, we hadn't finished the
what we were
hike, and then we
doing.
also, like, that ranger station was over an hour away from us on an off-road trail, so I didn't necessarily want to drive it with 300 pounds of trash
Yeah.
just kind of like in the car.
But
um
yeah, I mean, what happened worked out, and we were able to dump that. And
hmm
thankfully, it just,
which, the transfer station wasn't that far, which kind of like confused me in the sense of why all that trash was dumped in the forest,
yeah,
like beyond it just being like kids or hunters throwing beer cans. Like, there was so much that it's like, why wouldn't someone have just brought a lot of this to the dump?
yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, you have to pay for it.
I guess, but like, if they went to, there's certain dumps that actually take, or where you can bring metal to recycle it and get paid
Oh,
for it.
yeah.
So it's like, I'm surprised that
Yeah.
people don't do that, or at
Easy
least
money.
locals and stuff like that. But I mean, I guess,
It is what it is.
yeah. But I mean, I think that kind of covers everything that happened during those few weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I'll think of something else after, but our next journey,
Well, before we get there, I'd like to just make sure that we end with how much weight we've collected so far on this journey
oh, okay.
of up to the end of Cibola National Forest. I think it's important that we track it, let people know what we're actually doing.
hmm
But we did, up to this point, collect 400.30 pounds of trash. And that
Wow.
was in 4 different places, various
Technically,
levels
yeah.
of trash. Obviously, a lot of it was at Cibola at this
Yeah,
point.
predominantly.
But still, even the little trash is important. And
Yeah.
I think it's something to be really proud of, and the accomplishment that we did.
Yeah, I know. 400 pounds in our first month, I guess, technically,
Yeah.
that we were on the road.
In 4 different places, and just only in New Mexico so far.
I know. I mean, not giving New Mexico a great look, but it does give an opportunity to do better and
Yeah,
to kind of bring attention to it.
definitely. And if you can, make sure to travel to New Mexico. It is
Yeah.
so beautiful. There's so many different places to visit throughout New Mexico and see, and local businesses to support.
hmm
And it is a great, great state to visit.
Yeah, I think it is important to say, like, how beautiful the state is overall, and how, you know, friendly
Historical,
people
too.
are, how historical, yeah, the history behind everything there, is just, you know, fun to learn and, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
find out about. So it's definitely worth it if you've never been to New Mexico or thought
Haven't
about
want
going
to
to New
see
Mexico.
more?
Yeah, there's just so much to explore. There's so many more places to
There really
see.
is. Which leads us to our next stop on the next episode, which would be Santa Fe National
Yeah,
Forest.
next time on the Wild Vernalis, Santa Fe National Forest.
Yeah,
We'll
watch
talk to you
us.
then.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.